Hello, it's Jules. I'm here with somewhat of a, I want to say, kind of like a review or a haul, just because I did just purchase some things recently that I haven't used yet. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what I have. And I also wanted to kind of give a review on some of the things that I already use and like some of the routines that I already go through. So I thought it would be really cool to do a video like that because I see a lot of them and I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. So here's my version. Hope you guys enjoy it or get something out of it at least. So I'm going to start with a little bit of skincare just because everybody needs your skincare. You can't look beautiful without using your skincare. So um, I went and I picked up this Take a Deep Breath. Oh, can it show on the camera there? The Take a Deep Breath Moisturizer. It is a gel cream-based moisturizer, which is really great for me only because I have really oily skin. So usually if you have oily skin, you do want to use something that's a little bit more like gel-based so that, you know, it really helps to seep into the skin and it doesn't leave that greasy after feeling. So that's why I really, really like that one. Also at night, well, here, first I'll go to another one that I just got. I've actually been using the Take a Deep Breath for a little bit, but I just recently got this one. It's from Origins. It's the VitaZing with SPF. This is a really great moisturizer. I never really had a moisturizer that had SPF before, so I thought that would be great just because everybody needs their SPF. And what I used it once, and what I noticed about it is that it kind of has a little bit of pigment to it. Um, when you blend it onto the skin, it actually blends in with your skin tone. So it's almost kind of like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer in that sense. I mean, it's more of a moisturizer. I wouldn't say that it does anything else more than that, but besides give your moisturizer and give you protection from the UVs and everything with the SPF. But I mean, I'd used it a couple of times and like people said, "Oh, well, your skin looks so nice and clear. What are you wearing?" And I'm just like, I just have on a moisturizer. It's really nothing too intense. So I was just like, that's really cool to have a moisturizer that does a little bit extra so you can take a couple of steps out of your day. Along with it, just because I thought it looked cool, I got the Origins GinZing eye cream. And it's a refreshing eye cream to brighten and depuff. So I really like to have the depuffing in my eye creams, like the eye cooling gels and everything else, like the roll-on eye stuff. I think that's really, really cool. Just because I need it usually, and it does have, I think, I didn't look at all the ingredients, but I think that there's like coffee in it, so it helps you, you know, waken up the under eyes and take care of those dark circles and heavy bags. So I thought that that was pretty cool. I also picked up from Sephora the Age Defy Moisture Night Cream. Now, I'm only 23 years old. People would probably say, oh, well, you don't really need an Age Defy cream or serum or anything like that. But the thing is that everybody needs to start using anti-aging. I think that personally, everybody needs to start using anti-aging creams as soon as you can, only because it's not going to make any wrinkles that you already have disappear. I mean, you're young, you might not see a huge difference. If you're a little bit older, I'd probably say mid 30s to mid 40s, you'd probably start seeing differences in how your skin looks when you use stuff like that. But I feel like if you take care of that early on, your skin is going to be a lot better later on so that you don't have to use as many products. If you stick with a regular good skincare routine, your skin is going to be pretty good throughout your lifetime, so you don't have to use as much. You don't have to worry about it. But this Age Defy night cream from Sephora, I really, really like. I use it at night because that's when you're supposed to use it. Um, but I just, you know, massage it into my skin, and after about 5 to 10 minutes, I notice my skin is so, like, so much more soft and supple and smooth. And I really feel like it just, my skin just like plumps up and it just smooths over. The skin's texture is just so nice afterwards. And I let that sit all night. Like, I can barely even like fall asleep because I'm so busy just touching my face. I'm like, oh my god, this is so smooth. So I really, really love that, and I do recommend that product to a lot of people if you're looking for a really great night cream. So then on to foundation. Well, I'll talk about what I'm wearing today. Um, well, here. I just recently started using the Benefit Porefessional. Not something that I usually go for, but I thought I would try it because it is oil free, which I need because I get really, really oily. Um, and then it's lightweight, translucent, silky. I would say all of the above. I'm wearing it under my foundation I have on right now. And I did notice that, I mean, dramatically, my pores had minimized. Everything was really, really smooth. I don't know if it's silicone free. I mean, a lot of people don't like the texture of silicone. They feel like it slips around on their face too much and that their skin feels a little oily afterwards. But I'd say that it has a little bit more of like a silky texture to it, so that anything that you put on top of it is going to smooth over beautifully, whether it's pressed powder, mineral powder, liquid foundation, cream foundation, whatever you're using is going to look really, really nicely when you are using the Porefessional. Uh, Also today, by Benefit, I'm using their Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Foundation. I got this about a month ago and I'd used it a couple of times, and for some reason I wasn't impressed. I mean, it does have an oil, well, it's oil free and it's an SPF of 25, which is really, really good. So then you can kind of skip your regular SPF if you just use a sunscreen and nothing else. Um, I thought it was pretty good, but I wasn't exactly like wowed, I'd say. Yeah. I'd probably say I wasn't wowed. It does look really, really good. And the first time that I wore it, I went to go see my friend Sean, and he's just like, "Oh, did you use your airbrush machine? Because your skin looks airbrushed." And I'm like, "No, it's not airbrushed. It's actually Hello Flawless," which I mean, I guess that sounds great. If my skin looked airbrushed, it must have been flawless. So, but I mean, I don't know. As I began to wear it throughout the rest of the day, I just felt like it didn't stay as long. Um, I want to say, I mean, it's not my usual. The usual one that I use is the Makeup Forever HD, and I am color 170 in that. In the Hello Flawless, I am hazelnut. But yeah, I'm usually wearing HD foundation, which looks pretty good. They're both medium coverage, which is really good for anybody who doesn't need too much coverage. If you looked at me, you'd probably think that I didn't need too much coverage, but actually, when I shave my face, I can't use a regular razor because I get really, really bad razor burn and bumps, and I break out really bad, so I can't use that. I usually have to use a face trimmer so that I can get as close as a shave as I can um, to take away any of the stubble and stuff like that. So I usually go for more of a medium to full coverage, but these are medium coverage, like light to medium. Buildable coverage though, so you can build that coverage up if you need to. But I find that both of them kind of take care of that. Like, I don't see a lot of the stubble on my skin, especially if I'm going for something that looks just a little bit more smooth and natural. I don't need anything too cakey or heavy unless I'm going out to like a big special event. That's usually where I will like pile on, well, not exactly pile on, but I'll put on a slightly heavier makeup, more of a full coverage makeup to, you know, hide any imperfections, any flaws, so that throughout the day or whatever the event is, I look really, really nice. So that's what I usually like to use. So today I'm actually using the Hello Flawless, which is really good. I usually use the Makeup Forever. And then I also went and picked up these two foundations, the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. This is full coverage because I usually need that to cover up everything. Also, the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Foundation, which is also a 12-hour foundation. They both have an SPF of 15 in them. And I also think that the Maracuja is full coverage as well. I'm not exactly sure. I have not used this one yet. I have taken a sneak peek at this bad boy. It's long wearing, oil free, and it's waterproof, which is really, really good. The color for this one is Tan Deep, which is just right above tan. Their colors don't really go as deep. It's kind of a downfall for my girls who are a little bit more dark skinned. You're not going to find something that's going to match your skin too well for this one. I do like it though. I tried it. I went to the state fair with this bad boy. It was hot as F. So hot. I think it was a high around like 90 something, which I mean, to some people who live out in California, Florida, Texas, you know, you guys are dealing with 115-degree weather. But I live in Minnesota. That's usually as hot as it gets and it's humid as hell. So I needed some of that, y'all, because it was hot and I was going to be sweating my butt off at the state fair. And it stayed on pretty well. I was very impressed with that. I usually always set my stuff with a powder. But with this one, I did use a little bit of a translucent powder with it. So that was, I mean, my standard. But I didn't feel very oily throughout the day. I found that even after I did sweat quite profusely, which was disgusting, after I dabbed myself off with a napkin or paper towel or whatever, it still looked like my foundation was still there. Like, it literally had the 12-hour wear, which I was very, very impressed with. So for people who need that, I really recommend this. Especially, it's a natural brand, so it's not something that's gonna, you know, irritate your skin or do anything that causes you to break out. I mean, if your skin is fairly sensitive, is what I mean, that this brand is usually pretty good with people for sensitive skin. So that's what I usually recommend for that, because a lot of my friends have that problem. So I do enjoy the Tarte Amazonian Clay. As far as the Maracuja, I will have to try it out and see what it's like. Um, my color is tan for that. This foundation also doesn't have a very large selection for people with deeper skins. I'm probably the second to last shade in the entire selection. I'm light skinned. I mean, I'm darker skinned, but I am more tan. As you can tell, I'm just a little bit more tan. So, um, I'll have to give it a shot. It does seem a little bit light. When I swatched it on my hand, I figured this would probably be really good for my winter color. So as it's only September 6th, I don't really see the point of using it right now since I still have a little bit more color from the summer. So I'll have to give that one a try, and then maybe I'll have a review on that later. I may use it for a video in the future. We'll see. And then as far as translucent powders go, I usually try to stick to something that's 100% silica. I'm right now using the Makeup Forever HD setting powder. It's so good. I love that powder only because it's translucent, so when you put it on, you don't see anything. I use that to set my foundation and my concealer, or a lipstick, depending on if I'm, if I'm on a job and somebody is wearing lipstick and they want it to be more matte when it's more satin, I will use a translucent powder. Also, a trick for people who wear eyeliner, and especially underneath or even on top if you are not using a primer or anything, if your eyeliner is smudging constantly, if you use your eyeliner and you use that setting powder or any silica based setting powder, translucent, If you set it with that, it's going to stay all day. I crap you not. I don't want to say the S word just because I want to keep it PG. But I mean, you are going to have that last all day. I love that setting powder. It does legitimately everything. It'll pay my bills. It'll make me food. It'll find me a man. That powder will do anything you need it to do. Okay? Okay. And today I'm also wearing the Nars blush. Ooh. Did I just dig into it? Oh, I hope not. I hope I did not ruin my product. This was expensive, y'all. It's $28. But this is Gaiety. I don't know if you can see it on me right now. It's not very intense. This pink is a really, really, like... Oh, did I just, like, show my camera? That's weird. It's a really, really bright pink. If you can see that, my lighting in here really sucks. But it's a really bright pink, like a baby pink, and when you put it on, and I've tried it on a few different people, it looks really, really good. It looks really, really natural. You can soften it or you can intensify that pink, which I really, really like. I usually stick to, well, I just said really, really a lot, but I usually stick to things that are a little bit more coral tone just for my skin tone. It usually works better. So one of the blushes that I use on a regular basis is the Stila Custom Color Coral. I also have their Custom Color Pink, which is like a hot pink, but they usually adjust to the pH levels in your skin to give you like your custom color of coral or pink. And so I got both of those just because I was like, oh, that would be really interesting to use on different people when I go out on jobs, weddings, formals, events, whatever. So I thought that that would be really, really cool to use. But this Nars one is actually really, really good. I haven't used it very often just because I tend to stick to my coral colors. But I thought that that Nars one was really, really cool. I was like, hells to the yeah. So to move on from that, because I told you I was wearing the Hello Flawless, I'm also wearing the Nars blush. And then also, Benefit has just been getting all my money lately. I'm using the They're Real mascara. I love that mascara. I'm a mascara snob. Well, here, let me try and get close to the camera so you can actually see the lashes. They're really long. Oh, my phone just went off. My lashes are already really long. They're also really curly. I know, curse men for having the best lashes ever. But I really like that mascara. I feel like it still really gets good length and definition with lashes. As far as the brush goes, I'll just show you what it looks like. It has the bristles on the tip so that you can separate, and then it's got bristles all the way around it, which are a little bit more stiff than I'd say the average mascara wand. So I really, really like that because it, to me, actually combs through the lashes. It actually separates the lashes. If you have the ones that are like fiber or the other ones that like the generic kind of wand, I feel like those don't really comb through as well, and they don't really give my lashes that like oomph that they need. So I really like that Benefit one. Let's see, what else? Well, I kept my look pretty minimal for the day because I am on my way to school. So I didn't want to do anything too dramatic. I didn't want everybody looking at me like, what the hell you got all that makeup on for? You're just sitting in class. Shh. Talking about some beach curls. But but no, that's all that I have for my product review and haul. I should be back with more because obviously I'm a junkie and I need more makeup to do all this fun stuff with makeup. Holla! I know I'm really weird. Please don't judge me. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will have a product listing below and where you can get them. I got most of everything at either Ulta or Sephora. Sephora is like my dreamland. Like, I prance around that place and I feel like I'm in heaven because literally there's so much stuff in there. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back soon with probably a look. I haven't been doing any looks lately. I've been so busy with work and school that I just hadn't had time to film anything. So I haven't neglected you. Please don't worry, everyone. I will be coming out with another look soon, so I will have that for you guys to look at. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.